What's up, Eagles fans? Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Nest. And continuing on with our graduating players, joining me today, surprisingly, is our captain, number 4, Jackson Anderson. Now, Ando, your first and only year in Surrey, your last year of junior hockey. I got to ask you, what stood out about the Surrey Eagles that made you decide to come here?
Yeah, so I didn't know too much about the BCHL coming into this year, but Scott and Mike called me at the start of the year and in the off season. My advisor helped me with the process and everything, and he made it seem like a really good spot, and he was right about everything. Great coaching staff, great facility, great everything here. I'm glad I made the choice.
Yeah, talk to me about the moment where you started playing hockey. What was it about the sport of hockey that stood out to you, made you think that, hey, this is what I want to do?
When I was way younger, I actually hated hockey, but my first time skating, I dislocated my arm, so I wasn't into it right away. But my grandpa was always into hockey, and my uncle played, and I don't really know what it was at the start that got me into it, but once I started actually playing the game, it was just I kind of fell in love with it right away. I never got into other sports too heavily. I always hockey was always my number one.
Now, you're from Minnesota. They call Minnesota the state of hockey down there in the United States. What is it about the culture of hockey in Minnesota that people are talking about? I mean, I hear the buzz all the time. I myself have not been down there, but there's just this certain buzz about Minnesota and hockey.
Yeah, I think the buzz of hockey in Minnesota. It's just the communities that everyone builds together. Like my city, they're all riding us when we were making our playoff runs. And if you walked out the door right now, we have the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament on the TV out there, and you can see the student sections, and you just see the atmosphere going around, just high school hockey, and you don't really get that anywhere else. So yeah.
My next question here for you, Ando. You talked about making the decision to come here to Surrey and suiting up as an Eagle for your last year. Now, when you found out that you were going to get the C, you were going to be the leader of this team, the locker room leader and the leader on the ice this year, what did that mean to you?
Yeah, it meant a lot. I was super honored to receive the C right away, and it wasn't something I necessarily expected coming into this year, but I'm glad I got it, obviously, and sometimes it doesn't even feel like I'm wearing the C. Everyone respects each other in the locker room, and it's just an honor. Yeah.
Now, you're from the United States, of course. Here, coming to Surrey, it's Canada, new things. You get to learn new things and have new adventures all the time. What certain things in Surrey have stuck out to you that you didn't necessarily get back home?
The mountains out in Canada are pretty cool. I've never seen mountains until I got here, so that was the huge culture shock for me right away. I was looking out the window of my car probably 24/7. I had my camera going all the time, and the food and stuff isn't too crazy different than back home. I mean, there is more seafood and everything, but yeah, I mean, it just feels like home.
Now, as you are near the end of your junior hockey career, Ando, not just in Surrey, but what would you say has been your favorite memory about playing junior hockey?
I'd say my favorite memories is just hanging out with the guys. Obviously haven't got to experience winning a championship yet, so I mean, hopefully that's going to be my ultimate favorite at the end of this year. But just hanging out with the guys in the locker room or away from the rink has just been my favorite part so far.
He used the key word "yet," so I like it because anything can happen at the end of this year. Who would you say, Ando, has been your biggest inspiration in life, not just in hockey?
I'd probably say my dad. He was always an athlete when he was younger, and I've kind of tried to follow in his footsteps. He played college sports, and it's always been a goal of mine to get into college sports and just trying to follow his footsteps with everything. So yeah.
Last question for you, Ando. Ahead of our playoff run this year, ahead of your final junior hockey playoff run, any message to the fans of Surrey who have embraced you as their captain this year?
Obviously, you guys have been great so far this year. I'd say just continue to show up for the games and be loud. When you guys are loud, it brings energy into the rink, and I think all the players can feed off of that.
That's Captain Jackson Anderson joining us for another edition of Inside the Nest. Stay tuned for more as we continue bringing our graduating players.